Molly, you're living your best life, mate.
Welcome to Juice Moose Channel.
Yeah, good work. Woo! Welcome to the Juice Moose Cave. You can see the cave here. We've got all our bike tools. Yes, all the bike tools. I've just set this cave up. Bikes hanging on the wall. Got our Juice Moose sign on there. Got a massive workbench here. I see a lot of parents, heaps of parents get it wrong. Maybe there's a few tips in here that can help you. We're going to be talking about how to set up your kid's mountain bike. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, just so we have a frame of reference, we're going to first of all weigh the kids. And my daughter is, what are we talking? 23 kilos.
20.
Oh, you weigh 18 kilos. So today we're going to be talking about 4 different things that's really important to get your kids' bikes set up. We've just spent a whole season at Thredbo with these kids and they had a great time. And I think these tips may help some of you and your kids have a more enjoyable ride. Number 1 we're going to talk about is tire pressure. Number 2 we're going to talk about is shock pressure. Number 3, setting up brakes properly. And number 4, their seat height. All right, for seat height, it's important that they be able to at least get a foot on the ground. See, that's Atticus. This bike is maybe just a tiny bit big for him, which is why he sometimes still rides a 16. He's quite a confident rider, so it's still a bit big, but he was able to ride Thredbo for a whole week on this bike with no issues. You can watch those videos on the Thredbo videos. Oh, okay, so let's see you get on your bike. We want to see how well you fit your bike. The 24, she's just gone from the 20, and she fits that quite well. Remember, if in doubt, a smaller bike is always easier to learn on. So, huge mistake I see a lot of parents do, they try and get next size or 2 sizes up so that their kids will grow into it. I understand kids grow up fast, but if you want them to ride well, get the correct size. All right, so let's talk about tire pressure. I've always gone by feel, and I know other parents that go by feel, but they're still way too hard. So I've actually never tested tire pressure. Got my tire gauge here for those who like numbers, but look how soft that is. My son, who's 18 kilos, let's see what it is. I've never tried this before. I reckon it's about 5 PSI. There you go, 4 PSI for the front for an 18 kilo kid. Mind you, these tyres are quite wide, and that's important to have because they kind of act as suspension along with the suspension. So nice wide tyres. What are these? These are Smart Sams. There must be like 2.4, 2.5s. Not sure. Should have had a look at these before I started the video. But anyway, they're pretty wide. My daughters are running 2.4 minions. Let's see what the back is. 4 on the back as well. So he's running 4 and 4 for an 18 kilo kid. There you go. Lots of grip. He never had a puncture at Thredbo. She's 23 kilos, as you saw before. And it is 9 PSI. There you go. So probably 9 front and back, 23 kilos. So really important for your kids' bikes. Lower those pressures. I personally run 22 on the front and 25 to 28 on the back, depending on what sort of terrain I'm riding. Don't run that for your kids' bikes. They will have the most horrible ride. All right, let's talk about brakes. 16-inch running disc cables. What you want to do is set up those levers so that they're nice and close because their little hands can't grip them otherwise. For this 16-inch, I set it up in such a way that the front didn't quite lock up because they're learning to use their brakes. And so when I've got it all the way in, it slows you down, but it doesn't lock up so you do an OTB. That was something I found quite important because the kids were scared to use their front brakes and they learnt to use them quite quickly, and then you can tighten them up. So make the levers, make sure that they can press them in. Nice long levers, look at that. So their fingers and hands don't get tired on their long descents. Super important. Now with the suspension, same thing. They're kids. Don't make sure they're not pumped up too hard. Let's have a look what this pressure is. Measure, 20 to 30% sag. All right, here we go. On the 20-inch, we're running just under 30 PSI. So tiny amounts. Super, look, I'm just one-handed, you can just push it right down. You'll make sure they have such a comfortable ride. And same with the back. Stick it on there. You guys know how to set up your shocks. Make sure you get your 30% sag. And your kids will love you for it, mate. Now comment below if you like these sort of videos, if you want I can make some more about full face helmets for kids, protective knees, elbows reviews for kids. If you like this sort of stuff, I can make more of it, but yeah, hope this helps your kids in their ride. All right, go out and ride with your kids. See ya.